Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Mini Wargaming Studios in Welland, Ontario, where I will be fighting a 2,000-point battle between my Dark Angels and Mini Wargaming Josh's Mech. So, the story that we've got going on here is that after a battle, the Mech captured a Dark Angel servitor, and we're bringing it back to a research facility to see what kind of information they could get out of it. Word got back to the Rock that this is what had happened, and not knowing what information might be on there and what kind of secrets they might uncover, they sent in a force led by an interrogator chaplain to go grab it, get it back. So they are assaulting an Mech research facility here, and Belisarius Cawl is leading the forces himself. So that's the story that we got going on here. We are going to be playing the Big Guns Never Tire mission. So we've got an objective over here. We've got an objective up here, an objective over here, and an objective back over under there. So that's the mission that we're going to be playing. That's the story that we've got going on here. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the two armies that are going to be fighting it out today. So for the Dark Angels, I'll be running a battalion detachment. Leading off that detachment, we have a librarian on a bike with a force sword and an interrogator chaplain on a bike. We have two 5-man tactical squads, one with a multi-melta, the other with a melta-gun. We have a 5-man scout squad with camo cloaks and sniper rifles. We have a 6-man reaver squad with grav shoots. We have a 5-man Black Knight squad. We have a 5-man company veteran squad with 4 melta-guns. We have an apothecary on a bike. We have 2 Razorbacks, both with twin assault cannons. We have a drop pod. We have a 5-man Hellblaster squad with plasma incinerators. We have a venerable dreadnought with twin las cannon, fist, and underslung heavy flamer. And last but not least, we have a predator with twin las cannon and las cannon sponsons. And for the Mech, he'll be running a battalion detachment. Leading off that detachment, we have a Tech Priest Engine Seer, and he'll be having the Auto Catechaeus of Arkan Land. We have 2 3-man Cataphron Destroyer squads, each armed with heavy grav cannon and phosphor blasters. We have 2 5-man squads of Skitarii Vanguard with radium carbines. We have a 5-man squad of Sakaran infiltrators with flechette blasters and taser goads. We have a Cybernetica datasmith with a power fist and a gamma pistol. We have a 10-man squad of Fulgurite electro priests. We have an Iron Strider Ballistari with twin Cognis las cannon. We have a 4-man squad of Castellan robots with heavy phosphor blaster and twin heavy phosphor blaster. We have 2 Onager Doomcrawlers with neutron laser and Cognis heavy stubber. And last but certainly not least, we have Belisarius Cawl. All right, so those are the armies that we're going to be fighting off today. Going over deployment, I've got my Hellblasters over here. I've got a Razorback with the 5-man tactical squad with the melta-gun inside of it over here. I've got my Venerable Dreadnought here. I've got my 5-man Black Knight squad. Behind it, we have the Librarian, the Interrogator Chaplain, and the Apothecary. We've got my Predator there. And over here, we have the other Razorback with the 5-man squad with the multi-melta inside. Going over deployment for the Mech over here, we've got Cataphron Destroyers. We've got an Onager Doomcrawler. We've got Vanguard, not Vets, just Vanguard over here. We've got another Vanguard here. Belisarius Cawl right in the middle behind his robots. We've got Onager Doomcrawler and the Datasmith, right? Datasmith, yep. Yes, I got it right. Right over there. We've got the Engine Seer back over here. More Cataphron Destroyers, Iron Strider, and then the Big Scaries. Oh, they were hiding even for me. I forgot. My scouts are actually up in the trees up here. He fell over there. That's the only reason I remembered that they were up there. Hopefully I won't forget them when it comes to actually using them. In Deep Strike Reserve, or just in Reserve, he has his infiltrators, and I've got my Reavers and my drop pod with the Vanguard vets inside. So that's the deployment. As of right now, Mech will be going first, unless I can seize the initiative. Show me that Phil first. Oh no, with a 2. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Mech here on turn 1. All right, movement phase here on turn 1 for the Admech. He rolled at the beginning of the battle turn. What is it called? Battle round, or whatever it is, for his the Canicles. And because of them running Mars, right? That they get to roll. It's because of running Mars, they can roll 2 dice instead of 1 and get to use both. And because they has Cawl, he gets to adjust one of them up and down. So he rolled a 5 and a 6, and then adjusted the 5 down to I'll get those guys in a second. Adjusted the 5 to a 4. 5 to a 4. So he has Shroud Psalm and Benediction of the Omnissiah, which it means that they get cover even if they're not in cover, and they get to re-roll hit rolls of 1, right? Yes. Hit rolls of 1 in shooting phase. So that's what they got for Canicles. Going over movement phase, these guys all shuffled up a little, or these guys didn't move, right? But everyone else kind of shuffled up a bit. They all shuffled up a bit. These guys advanced forward an additional 4 inches, was it?
I think it's only additional 2.
Eventual 2 inches. And then at the end, his infiltrators dropped in right back over here. So that is it for the movement phase. So we'll come back to you with the, you don't have psycho, so we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, starting with the shooting phase, his infiltrators are going to fire their flechette blasters into my hell blasters. So lots of blasters going on here. So there's 5 shots each, so we got 25 shots here, hitting on 3s. Alrighty, that's a fair number of hits, and then looking for 5s to wound, right? All right, that was only 15 shots. So here come the other 10 shots. All right, there we go. So these are hitting on 3s, so that's pretty good there. And then these are going to be wounding on 5s because they're strength 3.
Yeah.
Right?
Weak little pistols.
Yeah. Little pistols, but there's a lot of them. So looking for 5s. All right. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 AP nothing. AP nothing. So 7 3 ups. Ugh, failed 3 of them. Bromp, bromp. All right, now the robots are going to fire. 3 of them are going to fire against my Black Knights, and then 1 of them is going to fire up here into my Scouts. So we're going to go with the one against the Scouts first, hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 4s.
Oh, hitting on 4s.
Reroll because of Cawl.
Rerolling because of Cawl. Pretty good. Real good. All right, strength
6.
Strength 6, so wounding on 3s. All right, so we've got 5 wounds. AP
-2, and you cannot take cover saves.
AP minus.
You get the cover bonus.
All right, AP -2, and I don't get the cover bonus, which means that they're going to be 6 ups. So show me 5 fail faces. I get 1 of them, so that means 1's still alive. And now the shots coming into the Black Knights over here, hitting on 4s. All right, wow, that's that was misses. Yeah, quite a few misses.
But Cawl
gets to give him a reroll. So re-rolling because of Cawl. Oh, still a fair amount of misses. So, but much more hits than without Cawl. So
he's always worth it.
He's always worth it. So these are now going to be strength 6, so wounding on 3s. All right, that's pretty good. We'll come back to you with that. All right, so we have 11 5-up saves because it's AP -2. Looking for 5-ups. Make 2 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4 are dead with 1 wound onto the last guy. Wow! I've got the twin Cognis las cannon shooting into the sergeant, my sergeant over here. So hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Both hits. Strength 9, so wounding on 3s. Ooh, nothing there.
Do I command point?
You're going to spend a command point?
I will.
He's going to spend a command point. Oh, and that's a wound. AP -3. So I'm looking for a fill face here. If I get a 6-up, he survives. If not, show me that fill face. No. So he's dead. And that is first blood. So now the Onager Dunecrawler here is going to fire his neutron laser into my Predator, and he's going to fire the Heavy Stubber into my Scout up there. So the D3 shots with the neutron laser. So 1 shot, hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Beard.
Wounding on a 3.
Wounding on a 3. So that's a wound. AP
-4.
AP -4. So that's just going to go through.
D6 damage, but rolls of 1 or 2 count as 3 anyway.
Okay, D6 damage, 1 and 2 count as 3. So that is 3 wounds. And now the Cognis Heavy Stubber into him.
Hitting on 3.
Hitting on 3s. Re-rolling because of Cawl. All right, 3 beards. Oh, man. He really wants him dead. Wounding on 4s. No, not that bad, apparently. And then he's going to do the exact same thing. Heavy stubber, neutron laser. So the neutron laser, D3 shots. 1 shot. Hitting on a 3.
Yes.
Re-rolling because of call. No, nothing there. And then the heavy stubber. Hitting on 3s. All right, re-rolling because of call. All right, wounding on 4s. 1 wound. AP.
Nothing.
AP nothing, so 2 up save. He's good. Woo! All right, so now these guys, the Cataphront Destroyers, are going to fire into my scout up there because they're only thing in range. So hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s because of the canonical. That's 2. Alrighty. So that is, and there's 1 3 in the middle there. All right, strength 5, so wounding on 3s. Alrighty, so we've got 3, 6, 7, 8.
-3 to your save.
8 -3 plus 2 because of the camo cloak. So looking for a 5 up. Can I make 8 5 ups? I'd say no. My heart also says no. But let's see if the dice say no. Oh yeah, the dice also say no. So he is yeah, he did. All right, so that is it for the shooting phase. Moving on to the assault phase, his infiltrators are going to assault into my Hellblasters here. So I'm going to fire Overwatch here. 8 shots from their plasma incinerators, hitting on 6s, not supercharging. Wow, that is
Great roll.
I'm real glad I didn't supercharge. That would have just slaughtered the squad. Yeah, that's a lot of 1s. All right, so yeah, nothing there. Let's see if he can make his charge in here. I think yeah, I think he's got to have a 10. Oh! Woo! And he does. No, I'm the one who woos. You don't get to woo. Oh, all right, so they made it in. We'll come back to you with the fight phase. So onto the fight phase over here. He's going to activate his Sakaran infiltrators because they're the only ones that he has. And before he goes into there, he's going to spend a command point on Conqueror Doctrina Imperative, which gives him +1 to hit in this fight phase. So it's 1 command point for that. So that's his wound. Yeah.
Yep. So I'm going to just move that.
Oh, he's just going to move this around so that he can consolidate.
Right, just so I can pile in.
Oh man, I'm going to open my door so hard into his face with that Razorback. Hoo boy.
I'm going to accept this.
Hoo boy, you have no idea how hard he's going to open that door. So, all right.
To show 2s to hit.
All right.
And normally
2s to hit.
I do taser on 6s, but it's going to be on 5s now.
All right.
+1.
2s to hit and 5s get the taser. All right. Pretty good. It's a lot of tasers. So that's what, 5 tasers?
Yeah.
And 1 miss. So, all right. We'll come back to you with that. All right, so he got 20 hits on 11 dice. You do the math on that one, folks. So, strength what?
Strength 6.
Strength 6, so wounding on 3s. Oh, boy, we'll come back to you with that. All right, so we got 13 wounds. AP 0, looking for 3-up saves. And I failed 1, 2, 3. 3! Hey, okay, I'll take that. That's not bad. So 2 guys are now dead.
I do get to do my ball.
And yeah, and now my guys here are going to have 5 attacks back into him here. So hitting on 3s. What? Who does that? Oh wait, I do. All right, so woo woo. No, you don't get to woo. That is my thing. 1 hit. Toughness.
Yeah, only T3.
Toughness 3. Only T3. Here we go. Wounding on a 3. What? Dice, you are embarrassing me in front of my new friend. Don't do this to me. Why would you? All right, we'll come back to you with the Razorback attacks. All right, and the champion that I didn't want, but that I apparently deserve, my Razorback is going to attack in here with his 3 attacks. Hitting on Phil faces. Okay, really? With the 1 still? You're still going to give me the 1s. You can't even just miss on like a 5. You know, then I'm like, oh, well, it was close enough, but if it was anyone else, I would have had it. No, those would have been misses for like anybody. Anybody would have missed on that. It adds up to 6. Maybe that's what I need to say, like hitting on like 18, so then that like thinks that it has to add up to 18, so that it all come up 6s. All right, anyway, that's the end of the fight phase. We'll come back to you with I think 3. Yeah, I might have. I have one morale test to take. All right, so morale phase. These guys lost 3 guys, and if they're within 3 inches,
3 inches.
3 inches of the infiltrators, I am at morale -1. So morale 7 because of the infiltrators there, because my sergeant's still there. Lost 3 guys, so 3 plus 4 is 7. I'm good. I was having a little bit of a heart attack there. I didn't need any more Pez running away. So that is it for the AdMech turn here on turn 1. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. All right, movement phase. They fell back from combat. These guys all moved over here. He stood still, and he moved up over that way. And my guys are still in reserve. I kept them there. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, starting off the psychic phase, he is going to cast Smite into them. Looking for a 5. Getting it with a 10. Oh, I don't know. No, I'm just going to take D3. So
2 wounds apiece.
They've got 2 wounds apiece. So D3 wounds. 1 wound. I'm gonna command point that. Yeah, there we go. Woo! And then he's gonna cast Mind Worm into them. Looking for 7. Nope, not getting that. So that is it for the psychic phase. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase.
Remember for that shows the analytical therapist?
Yeah, to the shooting phase, he is going to fire his heavy flamer into his infiltrators here and the las cannon into his blue dudes over there. So we're going to go with the heavy flamer first. D6 hits. 3 hits. Strength 5, toughness 3, so looking for 3s. We got 3 wounds, AP -1.
I have a 4-up save.
4-up save.
So stays a 4-up because the Shroud's on.
Stays a 4-up because the Shroud's on. So 4-up. Makes 2 of them. And then the last cannon shot into his blue dudes. 2 shots hitting on 3s. 3s, yeah, because he moved. So that's 2 hits. Wounding on 2s. That's 2 wounds. AP -3. They've got a 5-up invul save.
They do.
Oh!
There it is.
What? What? Ooh! Oh! All right, moving on. All right, my librarian's gonna fire into them with his twin bolters. 4 shots hitting on 3s. All right. Wounding on 3s. What did we talk about embarrassing me, dice? Don't do this to me. And now my interrogator chaplain's gonna fire into them with his twin bolters, so hitting on 3s. All right. Wounding on 3s. Got 2 wounds. 2 4-ups. 3-ups because of Shroud Psalm. And he makes them both. All right, so now my apothecary is gonna fire his plasma talons into these guys here. I am going to supercharge them. So let's see. Got 2 shots. Hitting on 3s. Hey, there we go. That's what I needed. So it's 2 hits. Strength 8, so wounding on 2s. That is 2 wounds. AP -4. So,
AP -4, nasty. I go to 6-up.
6-up?
Yep.
Oh, do they have an invul?
They have a 6-up invul.
They have a 6-up invul.
Yep.
So 6-ups. Oh, he does make 1, but 1 takes 2 wounds, so that's a dead guy. All right. All right, so my predator is going to fire into the robots over here. So we got 4 shots hitting on 3s. All right, so that's 4 hits. Strength 9, toughness 7. So looking for 3s to wound. All right, so we've got 2 wounds. I'm going to spend a command point. All right, so 2 wounds. 2 6-up invul saves,
4-up
right?
invul.
4-up invul saves.
Because they are in the Aegis Protocol.
Oh, they're in the Aegis
base
Protocol.
5-up.
So it's base 5-up, so it's 4-up invul save. Oh, and he failed both of them.
Ooh, I'll command point.
He's going to command point one of them?
Let me think about it.
All right. All right, so he's not going to spend the command point. So 2 go through. So we're going to do these one at a time. So the first one, D6, whoa, D6 wounds. 5 wounds. And then the other one is just going to kill him. So does he explode?
On a 6.
On a 6? No, he does not. So, do you want to spend a command point on that?
Yeah, I'll pass.
Maybe, are you sure? Okay, he's going to pass on that. All right. And now my Razorback there is going to fire into his blue dudes with the twin assault cannon. He moves, so it's heavy -1, so looking for 4s. Oh boy. All right, so we got 5 hits.
T3.
Toughness 3, so wounding on 2s. Okay, so we got 4 wounds. 4 5 up invul saves. And he makes 2 of them. And then they've got 5 up feel no pains or ignore wounds or whatever you want to call them. Oh, what? Oh my god. Oh, apparently I need to switch dice is what it comes down to. I think it's the power of the beard over the power of the fill face. You know, we both got dice with beards on them. His just emphasizes the beard, as you can see. Mine emphasizes the whole face. And apparently my face is just insulting, apparently, to this game. So, all right, so that is it for the shooting phase. On to the assault phase. My librarian is going to charge into these guys over here. So here comes the Overwatch shots. We got 1 hit. Strength 3, so wounding on a 5. No wound there. So his charge distance is, wow, totally in. Where were any of these rolls when I was making saves? All right, now my Interrogator Chaplain's going to charge in. He is totally in. Now my Apothecary is going to charge in. He is in. And now my Dreadnought is going to charge in. 4 inches. Ooh, hold on. And he made it in. All right, so we'll come back to you with the fight phase. All right, so my Venerable Dread is going to attack in first. He's got 4 attacks, hitting on 2s. All right, so all hits. Wounding on 2s. Oh, okay. So we've got 2 wounds. AP -3, so 6 ups.
Yes, sir.
No, both go through. So that is 2 dead dude bros. All right, and that is it for the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 1. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Admech on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Admech here on turn 2. These guys moved up. These guys moved over. The Dune Crawlers and Cawl shuffled over there a little bit. These guys moved up. He moved over this way. And those guys over there moved up closer, looking onto my Razorback back there. So that is it for the movement phase. His Canticles that he rolled, he got Shroud Psalm again, and then he rolled
Incantation of the Iron Soul.
Incantation of the Iron Soul, which gives them +1 to morale test, right? Reroll for morale test. So basically, and they shall know no rules like Marine players. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, his Dune Crawler there is going to fire his neutron laser into my Predator. So D3 shots, 1 shot, hitting on a 3, right?
Correct.
Rerolling because of Cawl, rerolling because of Cawl. That's a hit. Wounding on a 3. No wound there. Oh no, he's got a command point that. Looking for a 3. Oh no, and that's AP4, so that goes through. D6 wounds. 1, which becomes a 3, so 3 wounds. And now the other one's going to shoot his neutron laser into my Predator. So hitting on a 3.
D3 shots.
D3 shots, sorry, so that's 2 shots. Hitting on 3s. Oh, both hits with beards. Wounding on 3s. Oh, 1 wound. So D6 wounds. Oh, no! Oh, that's hurt so bad, because that is totally enough to kill him. All right, does he explode? Let's see if a fill face can meet your beard. No, he doesn't explode. He just goes away. Poof. All right. Now these guys are going to fire their heavy grav cannons into my Razorback over here. So hitting on 4s.
Yes. And with no reroll.
No reroll at all. All right, we'll come back to you with that. And now looking for 5s to wound. All right, so we got 3 beers, so that's 3 wounds. AP
-3.
AP -3, so looking for 6 ups. Show me 3 fill faces to match his 3 beards. Or no fill faces and just take, what is it?
D3 damage.
Oh, D3 damage each. So that's 2, 4, 7 wounds. Wow! And now the heavy phosphor firing. Hitting on 4s. Got 1 hit.
And looking for 5 to wound again.
5 to wound again. That's a beard, that's a wound. AP
-1.
-1, so looking for a 4 up. The ones! They mock me, you know! How many wounds is that?
Just 1.
Just 1 damage, all right. And now these Cataphront Destroyer Blue Bros are going to fire into my other Razorback over here. So we're going to go with the heavy grav cannons first. So hitting on hitting on 4s.
I do.
They do get a reroll because of Cawl being within range there. All right, so all but 3 hits. Wounding on 5s. Whew, that is pretty good. So that's what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wounds. Oh, so 8 AP minus 3, right?
Yes.
Oh, so 8 6-up saves. Looking for them fill faces. No. Oh, we got 2. I got 2. All right, so it is 6 that go through. D3 each. Oh, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, he did. Does he explode? No, he does not explode. All right. All right, so before they disembark here, we got 5 guys inside. Oh, and 2 of them are dead. Ugh. And that is where they ended up. All right, his Iron Strider. Iron Strider, got it right. Hey, Iron Strider Belisarius.
Yes.
Yeah, I got it right. Look at me thinking about things and remembering stuff. He's going to fire his twin Cognis las cannon into my Razorback over here. So that's 2 shots, hitting on
4s.
Hitting on 4s.
I can change it to 2s for a command point, which I'm going to do.
Okay, so he's going to spend the command point, which, what's it called? Do we know?
That's the Protector Doctrine?
He's going to spend the command point for a stratagem doctrine called Protector Doctrina Imperative, which gives them, even though he moved, he's going to be hitting on 2+.
Right, it's a +1 to hit.
+1 to hit.
And +2 to hit because he has the data tether with the
Oh, okay, so it's +1 to hit for 1 command point, right?
Yes.
Unless they have a data tether, in which case it's +2. So he would usually hit on 3s, -1 because he moved and it's heavy, and then +2 because of the, or +1 because of the Doctrina, plus another 1 because he's got the data tether. Got all that math? 2 ups. 2 shots, 2 ups.
It's just Admech.
Just say Admech. So that's 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. That is 1 wound. AP minus 3, so looking for a 6-up. Show him that fill first. Yeah, with the fill face. Woo! All right, now on to the robots. So their rule, they can actually, they could instantly change their protocol and, protocol? I got that right?
The battle protocol, yeah.
Battle protocol.
It's a stratagem, though.
Yeah, well, you can spend a stratagem point to instantly change them to the one where you can shoot twice, and it would take place right now instead of next turn. But if he did so, he would not be able to change them again for the rest of the battle. He's not going to do that, but I just thought that was kind of interesting. That's one of the new things from the book, which is kind of cool. Into the shooting phase, 2 of those guys are going to fire into my Razorback, and then the other one there is going to fire into my 3-man squad back over there. So these are the...
this is the 3-man squad.
The 3-man squad. So hitting on 4s, re-rolling because of Cawl. Man, your beards have been hot today. All right, so that's 1 miss. Strength 6, so wounding on 3s. All righty, so we've got 2, 4, 6 wounds. AP minus 2. So 6 5-up saves. And make 2 of them, but that's still enough to kill the whole squad. Womp womp. All right, so now the other 2 guys are going to fire into my Razorback here, hitting on 4s. All right, re-rolling because of Cawl. There's another 3 back there. All right. All righty. That's pretty good. And now these are going to be strength 6, so wounding on 5s. All right, pretty good still. So that's 4 wounds. So 4 AP minus 2, so 4 5-ups. Nope, I make 1 of them, so that means it is dead. Does it explode? Don't do it. No, it does not, thank God. All right, so there are 5 guys inside there. So let's see how they do. Oh, another 2 dead. Nothing like just exploding with shrapnel, I guess. They just keep tripping as they try to get out the door. Bwomp, womp. All right, so that's where those guys ended up. That is actually it for the Admech turn here, because those guys that were going to charge over there, they're dead. So, ha-ha! That was my plan the whole time. Yeah, I wish that was now. So that is it for the Admech turn here on turn 2. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 2. These guys all moved up here. They stood still. He shuffled up over that way. These guys dropped in from reserves over here, 9 inches away from them. And then my Reavers dropped in back over here, 9 inches away from him. So that is it for the movement phase. At the end of the movement phase, my Apothecary is going to try to bring back a Hellblaster there. So looking for a 4-up. I'm going to spend a command point on that. Yeah, with the fell first. He comes back with 1 wound. All right, Psychic phase. He's going to cast Smite onto these guys over here. So looking for 5. Getting it with 7. D3. 1 wound. I'm going to spend a command point on that. Back into a 1. So 1 mortal wound onto those guys. And now he's going to cast Aversion onto them over there. Does not go off. So that is it for the Psychic phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. Start of the shooting phase, these guys are going to fire into them. So we've got 4 Melt-A-Guns and 1 Bolt Pistol hitting on 3s. All right, not bad. Strength, what's their toughness?
T5.
T5. So wounding on 3s, wounding on 5. All right. So we've got 2 AP 4 and 1 AP nothing.
So the AP nothing first.
AP nothing first.
4 goes to a 3 up because the shred sum.
4 up to a 3 up. That's good. And then AP minus 4. So 3 up goes to a 7. So that goes through, right?
Yep, I get the 6 up though.
6 up invul saves. No, those go through. So we'll do it one at a time. D6 wounds. So 4 wounds. So the first one is dead. And then 3 wounds. All right. And now his Stormbolter from the drop pod is going to fire into him. 1 hit. No wound. And the Hellblaster is going to fire into him over here. So not going to supercharge. So that's 3 shots hitting on 3s. Okay, that's why we don't supercharge. Strength 7, wounding on a 3. That's a wound. AP minus 4. 6 up invul. Oh, and he makes it with the beard. And both these guys here are going to fire their twin bolters into him. Both are hitting on 3, so I'm just going to do it at the same time. All right, so we got 2 hits, wounding on 5s. We got 1 wound. 3 up because of Shroud Psalm. He's good. All right, these guys are going to fire with their heavy bolt pistols into him over here. So, into his Iron Strider. So, hitting on 3s. All righty. Strength 4, toughness 6, so looking for 5s. We got 1 wound, AP minus 1. And plus Shroud Psalm, so that's going to be 4 up. No, goes through, so that is a wound. All right, that's it for the shooting phase. These guys are now going to, the Reavers are now going to assault into his Iron Strider. So Overwatch here, hitting on 6s. No hits there. So their distance, looking for 9 inches. Oh, does not get it in. I'm not going to get that on a 6. So that is it for the assault phase. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Admech on turn 3. All right, so he actually has to take a leadership test. So he's got leadership 7. So no, he's good. So now we'll come back to you with the after movement phase for the Admech here on turn 3. All right, movement phase for the Admech here on turn 3. These guys are moving up this way. They advanced. These guys shuffled up over this way. He also moved up this way close. This guy stood still, right? Or moved?
Stood still.
Stood still.
These guys moved back a little bit.
These guys moved back. This guy stood still. These guys stood still. They all stood still. So that's it for the movement phase. So starting out with the shooting phase, yeah, we might as well just go straight into it. So these guys are going to fire into my Reavers. So we're going to start with the...
we'll start with the, I think, heavy phosphor.
Oh, we're going to start with the
phosphors.
We're going to start with the phosphor blasters first. So those are going to be 3 shots, right?
It doesn't make a difference. Actually, yeah, we'll do heavy grab.
All right, we're just going to do the heavy grab. He thought he may have been in trouble with range, but it's not going to be a problem. So here come the heavy, the grav.
On 4s?
On 4s. Rerolling because of call, right? And now comes call, the reroll because of call. All right. So still just a couple misses. And these are strength 5, right?
Yes, sir.
So wounding on 3s. Ooh, a couple 1s in there. I don't know if it's going to be enough to save me, but it might. So that's 7 wounds at AP minus 3, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So we got 6, 7. All right, so 7 wounds. Looking for 6 up. Show me that fill faces. Or don't. You know, I guess that's up to you, dice, entirely. So these are going to be D3 wounds. Got to do it one at a time. D3, 2. That's a dead dude, bro. D3, 3. That's a dead dude, bro. 3. Dead dude, bro.
Did you call it?
I called it. I was saying D3, but then I forgot to say it. That's another dead dude, bro. That's another dead dude, bro.
And then I got 2 left. So.
And 2 left. So that's hey, and just enough to kill all my dude bros. So yeah, that was that's what Grav can do to you there. Whew. That's easy for me to say. The Skitari Vanguard are going to fire into my vets over here. One of them's not in range, but the others have 3 shots each. So 12 shots coming in here, hitting on 4s, 3s, hitting on 3s. All right, outside of call, right?
Yep.
So these are now going to be wounding on 5s.
Only strength 3.
All right, so that is 2 wounds. AP
nothing.
AP nothing. So 3 ups. Failed one of them. Now he's going to fire the heavy grav into my Hellblasters back there.
Actually, I will start with the phosphor.
He's going to start with the phosphor first, so it's also going to fire into them.
Hitting on 4.
Hitting on 4. Nope, no hit there. And then the heavy grav is going to fire. Hitting on 4, so that's 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. Got 2 wounds. AP -3, so looking for 6 up. Show me that fill faces. Nope, both go through. So the first one's just going to kill this guy because he's got 1 wound left. And then the second one, D3, he's dead. Neutron laser from this Onagin Dune Crawler is going to fire into my Dreadnought back here. So hitting on D3 shots. So it's 3 shots. Hitting on 4s? 3s. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling because of call. All right, so that's 3 hits. Wounding on 3s.
Yes.
All right, so that's 3 wounds. AP -4, right?
Yes.
So that goes through. So D3 wounds each?
D6 each.
Oh, D6, that's right.
With
D6 with a minimum of 3. So we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 wounds. 12 venerable saves here. So I've got, let's see, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, 12. 6 ups. Show me that fill faces. Or show me 0 fill faces on 12 dice. Seriously, next time I'm not going to invite you to the cool people's house when we get to go play there. All right, moving on to the robots. 2 of the robots are going to fire into my vets over here. 1 of the robots is going to fire into my 3-man tactical squad over there. So which one's first?
The single.
The single guy into my tactical squad, hitting on 4s. Rerolling because of call.
Does that get annoying to say after a while?
Yeah, exactly, because of call. Yeah, that's what you get for trying to mock me. All right, so these are strength 6, so wounded on 3s. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3 wounds. AP -2, so 3, 5 ups. Make one of them with a fill face. And now the 2 robots into my vets over here. So these are going to be hitting on 4s. Rerolling because of butt face. Yeah, take that call. Oh, see, that's what I get for trying to mock him. All right. So these are strength 6, so wounding on 3s. All right, so that is, oh man, that is a lot. We'll come back to you with that. All right, so that's 14 wounds, so I got 14 5-ups. Can I do this? I mean, I'm not super hopeful, but you never know, because they are dice. No, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they are dead twice over. Bump, bump. All right, now this Iron Strider is going to fire his twin las cannons into my drop pod over here. So 2 shots, hitting on 3s. All right, 2 hits, wounding on 3s. Got 1 wound. AP -3, so 6 up. No, goes through. D6 wounds. 4 wounds. And now the neutron laser from the other one's going to fire into my drop pod. So hitting D3 shots. Remember that time, 3 shots with a beard. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling because of call. All right, so that's 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. Got 1 wound. AP -4, right? So it goes straight through. D6 wounds. 4 wounds, so it is dead. Does it explode? It does explode. Let's see if it hits anybody. Hey, I just learned something new. apparently drop pods don't explode. They don't have the explode rule. So, yeah, bully to that. I'll take that. All right, so that's it for the for their turn. They're not going to charge, or they killed everything that they could have charged is what it came down to. So going into morale tests, this one guy lost 2 guys from his squad. Oh, we get to re-roll it because of "and they shall know no rules." Okay, he's good. I'm finally glad to see a 1 come up on my dice. All right, so that is it for the Admech turn here on turn 3. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 3. All right, movement phase here on turn 3. These guys all moved up over this way. He stood still back there on the objective, and that is it. That's all I've got. I've got those 5 models left. So at the end of the movement phase, he is going to try to bring back a guy from there. Oh, no, but I'm going to spend a command point. Yay, and he comes back. Woo! All right, so we will come back to you with the Psychic phase. All right, starting off the Psychic phase, he's going to cast Smite into him. Going off with 6. So that is D3 wounds. 3 wounds, I'll take that. And then he's going to cast Mind Worm into these guys over here, looking for 7. Getting it with 7, so that is a mortal wound, and then they have to fight last in the fight phase. Into the shooting phase, he is going to fire into these guys over here, so 4 shots hitting on 3s. All right, got 3 hits. Toughness 3.
Yes, sir.
So looking for 3s to wound. Got 3 wounds. AP nothing.
3 up saves.
3 up saves because of Shroud Psalm. Beards! Wow! Beards for days! And now my Interrogator Chaplain is going to fire into them. 2 shots. Oh boy. And now he's going to fire his Plasma Talon into the robots over there. So he's going to supercharge it. So 2 shots hitting on 3s. All right, 2 hits. Strength 8. Wounded on 3s. That's 2 wounds. AP minus 4.
4 up invul.
4 up invul save. Oh, fails one of them. And he doesn't blow back on except on a 6, right?
Correct.
So he fails one of them. So 2 wounds onto him. All right, so now these guys here are going to fire into them. They are going to supercharge. So it's 1 shot each. So we're going to go with the wounded guy up there that came back because of the Apothecary. Hitting on a 3. That's a hit. That is a wound with a fill face.
Show me a 6.
Don't do it. Oh, but he makes it, but he doesn't kill me, which is good. And then the other guy doesn't hit, but he doesn't blow up. So I'll take that. All right, and that is it for the shooting phase. We'll come back to you with the assault phase. And now my Librarian is going to charge into his Vanguard over here. So, Overwatch coming from them. Got 1 hit. Wounding on a 5.
Yep. 6 is 2 damage.
Oh, 6 is 2 damage. But AP...
Nothing.
Still AP nothing, so 3 up. He's good. And then his charge distance, looking for an 11-inch charge. Nope. Nope. So he did not make it. So that is it for the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 3. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Admech on turn 4. All right, movement phase for the Admech here on turn 4. These guys moved up this way. He moved up over this way. Looking on these guys. These guys all stood still. He stood still back there. These guys advanced up this way. And then these guys just moved up this way, looking at my lone, poor tactical guy there. So that is it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, starting off, these Vanguard are going to fire into my Hellblasters, looking for 4s? 3s. 3s to hit. Oh, wow. All right. After this game, you're going to have to do a clinic on how to roll dice, because I apparently need to go back to basic training with this.
Well earlier.
Yes, true. All right, so here we go.
5s, 6s are 2 damage.
Wounding on 5s, 6s are 2 damage. So we've got 4 wounds. One of them is 2 damage. I'll do the 2 damage first. 3 up is good. And then we've got 3 regular ones. 3 ups. But 1. Womp womp. All right, so now this Onager Dunecrawler is going to fire into my Librarian there. So, Neutron Laser, D3 shots. That's 2 shots. Wounding, hitting on 4s, 3s, but re-rolling 1s because of Canticles, right?
I should be in call range.
Oh, call range. I'm sorry, he's in call range. My bad. I forgot Call's Warlord trait makes it 9. So that's hitting on 3s, so that's 1 hit. Wounding...
Yep, and then wounding on...
3s, right?
2s, because it's strength 10.
Oh, it's strength 10, so wounding on 2s. That's a wound. AP minus 4, right?
Yes.
So that goes through. D6 wounds. With the beard. He did. And now the other Honor Dragoon Crawl is going to fire into my Apothecary. D3 shots from the neutron laser. 1 shot. Hitting on 3. That's a hit. Wounding on 2. That's a wound. Go straight through. D6 wounds. Again with the beard! Oh! No! He did. Now the twin las cannon is going to fire into my interrogator chaplain over here. So, 2 shots hitting on 3s. Ooh, but they get to reroll 1s because of his canticles. Alright, so that's 1 hit. Wounding on a 3. That's a wound with the beards. Beards for days. So AP -3, so he's going to have a 4-up Rosarius save. Did he pray to the Emperor? No, apparently he didn't. I'm going to spend my last command point on that. While I feel it's entirely appropriate that that happened, it still hurts. All right, D6 wounds. Not with the beard. Stop it with the beard. All right, so he's got the 6 up. Feel no pains from his warlord trait. Oh, that's appropriate that it knocked him over because I failed every single one of them, and he did. And that is slay the warlord. All right, so now his robots are going to fire, and to finish me off here, he is going to use the Wrath of Mars stratagem, which means that to wound rolls of 6, do an additional mortal wound on top of the regular wound. So he's going to fire 2 of the robots into my Hellblaster, 1 of the robots into my little dude bro back there. So which one are you going to do first?
The single one.
Single one into my tactical squad guy, hitting on 4s, rerolling because of Cawl. All right. All right, strength 6, wounding on 3s, and he 6s, and he's dead. Oh yeah, okay, so those 2 beards mean he is dead with mortal wounds. And now the other 2 firing into my Hellblaster here, hitting on 4s, rerolling because of Cawl. All right. Oh, good golly. Wounding on 3s. If you see 2 beards, he's just dead. Oh no, 3 beards. I was looking over here, I saw no beards, I'm like, yeah! Oh. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of this game with a tabling of the Dark Angels by the Admech. Yeah, brutal game. The Admech are nothing to mess with. They are real brutal. Their shooting is just on point with all the stratagems that they have from the new Codex. Everything that they've got working for them there, it's real strong, and you better have an answer for pretty much everything. I think my mistake was just sitting in a row for him to shoot at me as I was coming in here. He did a great job of setting up so that I couldn't drop my 2 squads behind him, which is a perfect strategy. That's how you got to play it. And yeah, they were just super brutal. That was really, really fantastic. It was a fun game, and it was awesome to see what the Admech can do here. That's the Mars, right? You were playing Mars. I was playing Mars, yeah. Yeah, he was playing Mars. I guess because of Belisarius Cawl there, you should have known that too. But he was playing Mars, so that gave them the, what was the benefit again? Was it?
I get to roll twice when I roll.
Oh, that's right. Rolling twice for the canticles, you getting to use both, which came in handy quite a bit because you had Shroud Psalm for most of the game, plus some additional stuff. For the entire game. Yeah, for the entire game he had Shroud Psalm because between rolling 2 dice and getting Cawl being able to move the die up or down 1. It was almost guaranteed that he was going to get at least one of those that he could put down to Shroud Psalm. So he had Shroud Psalm for like the entire game, which was pretty fantastic because I had a shooty army, he had a shooty army, except his shooty army got +1 to save everything, you know, and also he could roll dice as opposed to me.
The Cawl reroll kinda.
Yeah. The Cawl reroll when he just kept everyone around there because Cawl, being the warlord, increased it from 6 inches to 9 inches, and that's a huge bubble of rerolls to have back there with everything that he could just glomp around there and just keep shooting at me. So, yeah, it's pretty brutal and it's pretty awesome. I think that Admech, you know, there was a lot of people that were upset. They thought Admech were not that great, but I mean, they were brutal. They really just ripped into me, and we didn't even get to see what these guys really got to do.
Yeah, they're They're the close combat specialists.
Yeah, they're the close combat specialists. They, you know, if they kill something in close combat, they go to a 3-up invul. They've got a 5-up, 5-up. And they're doing mortal wounds when they charge. They're doing mortal wounds when they're wounding on 6s. They're doing a lot of stuff. So I'm really glad I didn't get into close combat. Everything's dead, so it's not really like any. It's not like I did better having not gotten into combat with them. But yeah, they're pretty awesome. So everything kind of worked well. They've got awesome shooting. I mean, they had awesome shooting before this, but I think that the new Codex really emphasized that, really put it together, and he had a really sweet list, so that's pretty awesome. Yeah, so thank you very much, Mini Wargaming Josh. Appreciate that for joining me here. He stayed after work just to be on the channel with me, so I am very thankful for him having done that. He didn't have to do that. It's not like it's in the contract where it's like, you know, I didn't have it in my writer when I came here to film with them here at Mini Wargaming. I wasn't like, I will only film if you stay after work to film with me as well. No, it's nothing like that. He was just being a very friendly individual and letting me and being on my channel with me to get in a battle report. So I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I have been having a blast here at Mini Wargaming. It was so much fun. I think if any of you guys, I'll put a plug for that. If any of you guys want to challenge them, you know, just email josh@miniwargaming.com to schedule a bat rep. You might have to do it a bit ahead in advance. Don't do it like I'll be there this weekend.
It's usually 6 months.
Yeah, usually about 6 months in advance. But I mean, it's totally worth it. Come on up here, have a blast. It's a lot of fun getting to hang out with the guys and get to roll some dice and just see how it all goes. I mean, it's even just walking through and seeing just like the racks and racks of models and terrain that they have is just, it's mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. This is a place of like aspirations where you want to have this. So I really hope you guys have all enjoyed it. I certainly have. I have been Phil the Glacial Geek as always. My opponent has been Mini Wargaming Josh. And until next time, have fun.